St. Louis WLS The Chicago Cubs could be one game away from clinching the NL Central Division Championship. All it would take is a win against the Cardinals in St. Louis, or a loss for the Milwaukee Brewers, who are also playing Tuesday night against the Cincinnati Reds. The Cubs' first pitch is 7:15 p.m. in St. Louis against the Cardinals. It would be nice if they could clinch at home, but he'll take it any way they can do it, said Cubs fan Frank Mosey. If Tuesday night's game is anything like Monday's game against the Cardinals, the Cubs are in good shape. The Cubs dominated the diamond in St. Louis against the Cardinals. Addison Russell had a 3-run double in the first inning alone, and then he delivered in another way nachos for the fan whose plate fell when Russell dove into the stands a few innings later. Cubs crushed the Cards, 10-2. They've been playing very good ball recently, said fan Ronald Jordan. They are peaking at the right time, going into the playoffs, which is what you want. And based on the players they had last year and the acquisitions this year, I think they have everything that they need. Fun fact: this week in 1935, the Cubs clinched the NL pennant in a doubleheader sweep of the St. Louis Cardinals. Last year, the Cubs broke a 108-year World Series championship drought. But can they shake the championship hangover that has plagued other teams? If they win, the Cubs would become the first world champs in 5 years to make it back into the playoffs the following season. Fans are excited, but it's definitely a different feeling from a year ago. After last year, winning it all, and winning it in such dramatic fashion, in the 7th game of the World Series, that's tough to beat, said retired sports writer Fred Mitchell. For the parents of World Series baby Luke Wessels, a 2-month-old who was conceived during last year's Cup celebrations, they hope he will get to witness a World Series in person. Probably not the same, but it is still exciting for sure, said Mom Beth Wessels. Cubs fan Craig McCutcheon, who lives in Los Angeles and drove to Chicago to take in the season-ending series this weekend, also said a second World Series win would just be gravy. I don't care if they ever win the World Series ever again, McCutcheon said. I'm satisfied. If they do it now, it's just gravy. Ticket brokers said that after last year's record-setting ticket prices for the World Series, ticket sales this season have been more disappointing. There is demand, but it's nowhere near what it was last year. It's like 30–40% less, said ticket broker Steve Puzel.